could honestly say I have not had one of my Android devices freeze up like this in years. But on this iPhone, it just seems to happen all the time. Yeah, what's this with? It just works. Welcome everybody to a very early vlog. A vlog that happens sometimes early. Deciding to do updates on my mobile devices. All my devices uploaded perfect, or all the updates seem to work perfect. Except for, if you have one of these, I have no idea why you have one of these. I don't. It's still freezing up. Yeah, not happy with iOS. That's my one and only iOS device I'm ever going to get. I'm not getting any more. Don't plan on. No matter what Apple does in the augmented reality future, you had your chance, Apple. You had your chance. Definitely nice sometimes to be up before the sun rises. Thing is morning traffic. Now that the sun has risen and it's really beautiful outside. It's a little bit chilly, but it's really, really beautiful. I figured, why not stop, use the facilities here at this beautiful Iowa rest area, and kind of show you guys around. Look, high-tech Star Trek doors. It just didn't quite make the Starship Enterprise noise. But entirely around this whole complex, there's all these energy type things. Look, see what I mean? They're all over. Wind turbines, wind, wind. Look at this back door. Look at the serenity that is Iowa. It's actually a pretty nice day. There's one thing that's pretty spectacular here, and the thing that draws you in off of the freeway. Take a gander at that. No, it's not the Washington Monument, but it is almost probably as tall, or probably not. Stop recording. I think this Osmo has seen better days. But would you look at the size of that? That's just one. That's one blade off of one of those windmills that you see as you drive down the freeway. That thing is huge. I think there is a plaque over here that says exactly how tall it is. I could fly my drone up there and kind of measure it out, but I don't want to stay out here too long. I'll probably get frostbite. Here it's showing that the length of just this one, just one of these, is 148 feet long. And it's actually pretty heavy. So look at that. Definitely a pretty amazing sight when you're driving down the freeway. It's amazing driving down the road, seeing these things. You really don't realize how long each one of those blades are from down here on the ground. It is so weird. You could just drive
Turn
just
left
a
on
little.
Torrey Street.
Okay, Google. It's so weird. You could drive just a little ways, and then all of a sudden, boom, you're right back in. I mean, this is winter, right? I mean, this is what I pick when I think in my head what winter looks like. This is it. I mean, look at that. That is some snow. I have a little bit of time to kill, and I figured since today we've seen an extremely large propeller with the wind turbines and stuff like that, why not come out here, bear the cold, and check out once again this Iowa Air Museum. Hopefully we can go inside of that today. I am not sure. Now, if you guys in the past have seen my video, I've been here one time before. Not with snow on the ground like this. Last time I was here, it was actually pretty nice weather. But I mean, look at my truck. I am buried in some pretty deep snow. Last time I was here, I talked a little bit about this area, right where the truck is parked at this very moment. Back, I believe it was in 19-somethings. I don't know. We'll go back inside and check the date stamp. But right there where my truck is sitting, an airplane landed and crashed in a ball of fire and fury and pretty much stopped right about there where my truck is. That is an old runway that is no longer in use. And this whole place has pretty much become a museum. So while I got about an hour or two to kill, I figured why not come back inside and show you guys this pretty amazing place. Come on, let's go. You know, once it took off, right?
Yeah, from Denver.
Yeah, and then just flew normal. But then once that engine exploded, hold on, it just went crazy all the way over here?
Well, what happened is, you know, they come almost to a little bit to the northeast when they leave Denver, and they're down here just north of Omaha when they make their turn to go north to go do the approach into O'Hare. And once they go north here, and then they're going to head straight east and come in from the north at O'Hare, and then that's where the engine exploded. And what happened is the loss of hydraulic fluid caused the different control surfaces on the wings to go screwy in different positions, and then it blew holes in the tail also and caused those control surfaces to be messed up. So
from where the engine exploded, how far did it have to fly to get here?
Well, actually, he flew for about 35 minutes, and
that's pretty good.
That's pretty good. It would only make right turns until.
So if a NASCAR driver could probably have done it pretty decent.
Yeah. What happened is that the Denny Fitch was a instructor trainer for the DC-10, and he had been his office was in Chicago for United, and he'd been at the training center in Denver. So he was just flying back to Chicago to his office. He was sitting in first class, so he identified himself to the flight attendant and as an instructor trainer for the DC-10, and so he went up into the cockpit. He sat on the floor between Captain Haynes and Bill Records, the co-pilot, and ran the throttles so that he could. That's how they learned how to make a left turn. Oh, we can make this thing turn left by changing the differential on the power on the two jet engines.
So it actually was a three-man job.
It was a four-man job.
Four-man.
Yeah, because the DC-10 has normal three-person in the cockpit. It has a flight engineer, co-pilot, and pilot.
Wow. You got a little bit of knowledge about what that was, and there's a little bit of the wreckage and stuff in here also. No, don't pay attention to that stuff behind me.
Milling around the crash site, and as she learned later, of course, it was some of the survivors that had walked out of the wreckage. The flight crew survived, and they were all in the cockpit of the plane that was squished down. And
oh, by the way, if you're squeamish, I apologize.
They all survived.
Don't look.
And then later, as you have seen a number of times, Captain Haynes was seen on television. And can you imagine? Here we had seen this plane crash before us on television, or some of those at the site. To have the captain of the plane on television a few days later from the hospital in a news conference. To me, all of this has been just one of those events that a person will never forget.
Some
Now,
airline
most of you
tickets.
probably have read or know that there was a lot of counseling that was for anyone that was involved in the plane crash and covering individuals, the triage that was enacted at the airport, and all fortunate.
So
There were
this all
184
happened right in the same
that
exact
survived.
spot
And
that my
to this
truck is
day,
parked in.
that is some kind of
Yeah,
record.
people are noticing
And I
that
felt honored that my-
it's going to grow
my
back, I
longing
promise.
story today could be the last day, and look forward to whatever days I have left.
It's a pretty good thing that they got going on. I mean, a display. That's what they call it, a display. That's a pretty good display they got going. Now this place is pretty ginormous. If you can take a look at this, they have a lot and a lot and a lot of aircraft stuff in here. Some that he even can travel back to the future. Oh. And look at that license plate. Do not think there's a flux capacitor in this one. And I would be correct. That DeLorean is not the only vehicle or car, because obviously that's a vehicle too, but that's not the only car within the Air Museum. They got numerous classics. Would you look at all these vehicles? Definitely some Route 66 type classics. Wow. Look at these. If you get a flat tire, that has to pop off so you can change the tire, right? Otherwise, how are you going to change the tire on that? That is kind of what I'm worried about in my new vehicle I just got, because I probably got about as much clearance to repair a tire as that thing right there. I'm not even going to try and point to it. Lots and lots of military stuff in here also. Lots and lots of decapitated heads. Now you can pretty much spend a couple hours walking around and exploring and reading all the history about every little thing in here. I don't have a couple hours. I'm actually at work right now. They gave me about an hour of time to kill before they call me on this device and say, hey, come over and pick up your load. And they said, but in the meantime, they said, well, you got about an hour or so to kill. Head over to the truck stop. Why am I going to head over to the truck stop when I got this amazing place to come and explore? Eventually, one of these days, these are going to have little propellers all around, and they're going to be like drones that you're going to be able to fly in. You just hop in, fire it up, and fly to work and land right in the parking lot. Built these, they probably were thinking that same thing, but I think drone technology is going to take over what those actually were. Look at this old mail plane. Oh, somebody didn't get their packages. Got a place for a fun selfie pic. I don't know what you could do standing here in front of this, but some people would probably consider it a fun selfie spot. I mean, I guess I could pretend I'm like Godzilla or King Kong or something. So not only do you get all these cool flying contraptions that, I mean, we all take advantage of, but there's one flying contraption in here that is amazing, that only one person can operate. Santa's sleigh. Santa's sleigh doesn't even use drone technology. It uses reindeer technology. And then right here in front of me, you guys need to see this. Look at this. I mean, the model of this place here, this where we're at right now, what used to be the airport, but is, oh no, it's Hollywood. That's a casino. Why is there a casino model within here? I don't know. But that looks pretty neat. But what's even cooler is how tiny these cars are in the parking lot. I mean, these things are small and pretty detailed. There's a bunch of different exhibits here. Like here we have women in flight. Bessie Coleman, the first African-American pilot. First African-American pilot just happened to be a female. Yeah, I don't think so. You can actually get inside this one here, and I have. The problem is getting out of it. So this little stand thing that you get up here in the wing on, last time it came out from underneath me. But yeah, getting in is pretty easy. But getting out of that little seat and standing up and getting back out here on the wing, yeah, it's not so easy. So much aerial goodness. This is another picture fun spot that you can get into, but I can't get into it. It's another seat that you sit in, and you got access to all these awesome controls. I know we have some places like this in Florida and other places across the country. We have a pretty big one called Fantasia Flight. Not too far from Disney and not too far from the other theme parks. And I've never been to it. And it's only like 15-20 minutes from my house. But it's definitely on my to-do list. Because these smaller places are so incredible. I can't imagine what something gigantic like the one we have down in Florida is like. Big FedEx plane that you've seen outside, eventually you're going to be able to go inside of it, but not yet. They're still refurbishing it and installation and stuff like that is what they told me. But eventually it will be open, and this is the door that goes into the chute, or the walkway that goes up into the plane. You're going to be able to go in here and step inside that FedEx plane. Ooh, what the heck? Could be fun. You know what? Fezzes are cool. Even have a little bit of NASA goodness here. Apollo matchbooks. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I would take you out into some of the planes that are out in the yard, but it's 10 degrees. Whoa, she got me last time. She got me again. You are so frightening. Said it's 10 degrees outside, and even though this is a Columbia and a pretty nice jacket, it's nothing for those elements outside up here in Iowa. So I'm just gonna kind of do a quick little walkthrough and end this vlog for you guys. I'm pretty sure most of you are tired of seeing this stuff. I don't think it would ever get old to me, though. I could sit here and read these TM manuals all day long and reminisce about my days in the military. Actually, a pretty fascinating thing right here. This bucket used to hang from a hot air balloon during the Civil War. This was a Union. We had an the Union troops had an air force. It was all done by hot air balloons. Check that out. That's actually pretty mind-blowing. I mean, not that it's a hot air balloon basket, but that it was used during the Civil War. Everybody, I'm going to go ahead and sign off and see you on the next one. Until then, please remember to like, comment, share, subscribe, and try and watch the entire videos, even if I put out the worst videos ever. I'm trying to get that 4,000 hours that YouTube now requires. It's a tough one to try and get. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 viewed hours. It's the only way to monetize. And if you don't feel that you can stomach entire videos that I create, I do have a Patreon account. You can check it out at www.patreon.com/Rick Sayer, or just Google me, you'll find it. Or you can just go to www.glass-geek.com and check out some of my pictures and stuff that are for sale, printed on cotton canvas. There's numerous ways to show support. You can shop on Amazon, buy yourself something, and that shows support to me if you go to my website and click the external link on there. Doesn't cost you anything more, but I do get credit. There's numerous ways to show support. But if you don't want to show support, that's okay too. All right, everybody. That's enough of my commercialism, my telling you guys what's going on. All right. So until the next one, I love you all. Peace out, everybody. And by the way, all the mannequins in here, I think are female. I think you're female.